Hey, it's Andrew Huang. I wanted to put together a video about a bunch of online tools that are really helpful for musicians, and they're also all completely free, and I've tested them on both mobile and desktop, and they do work on both. Might depend on your browser situation, but yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's start nice and simple. This is an online metronome, but I have tried a lot of different ones out, and this is the best one I found because it not only does what a metronome should do, and if you don't know what a metronome is, it tells you, but it gives you a lot of nice options. You can adjust the tempo, obviously, by moving this around. You can click, you can tap tempo, and you can set the length of a bar anywhere from 1 to 12. So you're gonna get that accented metronome sound on the downbeat of each bar. And then you've also got this play one bar and mute one bar option, which is a really common practice tool, and I haven't seen this on any other metronome. So yeah, just a metronome with handy extra features, and also it doesn't sound annoying. Number 2 is freesound.org, which is just royalty-free sounds. You can look up any kind of sound you want, and if you find one you like, you can just use it however you like. So we could do ocean waves, tons of ocean sounds. This one's in stereo. Often the people submitting sounds here are field recording enthusiasts, and so they'll include information about where they recorded, what equipment they were using. So just all different kinds of sounds, and I've never gone here trying to find a certain kind of sound and not had it turn up. That's not a real loon, come on. Sometimes the quality is iffy, but usually you can find what you want, and it's free. Number 3, again, a simple one, but I've tried a lot of these and I feel like this is the best online tuner. It's gonna ask you if it can use your microphone, and then yeah, instantly it is hearing what I'm saying, it's detecting the pitch, so I'm flat. It like so instantly snaps to that next note underneath, and then your needle there shows you how close you are, and you even get the actual frequency readout. Let's see if I can nail A440. Oh wait, 440 is the octave up from that? Number 4, I'm gonna throw in one that I created. This is exercises.andrewhuang.com. Just a whole bunch of different ideas about writing lyrics and writing music that you can use if maybe you don't have a starting point or you just wanna practice something outside what you normally do. Every time you refresh the page or click this button, you get a random one. Number 5, I was so happy when I found this chord identifier reverse chord finder. Whether you have just a bunch of notes or you're figuring out something on the guitar or piano, you can enter what you've played and it'll tell you the name of the chord. You can listen to it if you want. You can switch between sharps and flats, and then if you click the chord, you get a whole bunch of other information, like different ways to play it, related chords. You can check it out on other instruments. They link related scales. They show you how it's written on a staff. And then yeah, same kind of deal on a piano. If you enter just the note names, there's a couple options for filtering your results, and then it just takes you to a page of like all the possible chords. A super helpful tool. Next up is this online piano, and I will say I've looked so hard to find a really, really good one. This one is good. None of them are amazing, but this one's the best one. Sometimes when you don't have a piano or keyboard in front of you, you do still want to be able to just like hit a note and see what it is, figure something out like a chord inversion or whatever. This one is great because you can click on the notes with a mouse. You can also have it tell you the notes and the solfege. You can also play it with your computer keyboard, and they have 2 different mappings, which I appreciate. This one, max, means every possible note on the piano is accessible, but it's not very intuitively laid out, and you have to hit shift to hit the accidentals. So I like the real mapping, where you get the middle octaves, but on the keyboard, it's actually laid out in the same shape as the piano keyboard. so it's a little more fluid for me to actually be able to play melodies on it. You can also play it with a connected MIDI controller, so that's kind of cool. If for some reason you have a MIDI controller, but nothing except a web browser to play stuff in, you can transpose the keyboard. And then there are other parts of it that I don't really use, like you can have it show you scales, but it's a little bit janky. You can turn on sustain. You can choose a few different sounds if you want. And then I have never even touched this stuff where I guess there's like play along song games and you can record and play stuff back and there's a metronome. So that's it. It's not the best ever, but it is the best one of these that I've ever been able to find. And you know, sometimes you just don't have a piano around and you need to be able to play a little thing or figure something out. I would go to this one. Up next we have this note frequency chart. Again, lots of these are out there, but I find this to be the best one because of how it's organized and the fact that you can just click on stuff to hear it. Sometimes when you're working on music, it's really helpful to know the exact frequency in hertz of a musical note. And yeah, this is the tool to go to. I'm gonna do number 8 and 9 together because they are both from Ableton. A few years ago at this point, they dropped these really handy tutorials for getting started with making music and getting started with sound design. And it all happens within your browser. It's laid out in a really smart way. And so like on the music one, you can play a few different loops where it's broken out into different instruments. It's a little cheesy, but it demonstrates mixing and matching different instruments, playing different things. And then when you go to the next stage, you actually build a beat yourself. Then you go on to learn about like what the different parts of a beat are, what the different parts of a drum kit are. And all this stuff is interactive. So you can actually use it like a DAW. You can rearrange stuff. You can hear what you're doing and learn how music is constructed. The sound design one is a similar type of deal. So it really clearly walks you through the different components of a standard synthesizer, and you just get to play around and learn. And there's also this view where you basically have a synthesizer in your browser that you can play from your computer keyboard and adjust things and see how it sounds. You can also play some sequences, so you can just adjust sounds while something is automatically playing. Both of these tools are super well put together if you're new to synthesis or new to making music on a computer. And lastly, I'm gonna give you another one of my own. This is tips.andrewhuang.com, where the exercises one was more about starting points. This is more for when you're in the middle of working on a song and maybe you're not sure where to take it next or things that you could do to improve it, and it'll just give you a bunch of different suggestions. Again, every time you refresh the page or hit this button, you get a different random idea. So it's all over the place, from like broad, open-ended questions about what you want to achieve or say, right down to super tiny production details like a trick with reverb. So check it out, check all these out. They're linked in the description. And yeah, if you found anything else that you use a lot, let us know in the comments. Hope this video was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next one.